He raised an eyebrow at you as he spoke.
Jordan.
Jordan?
Who's Jordan?
I don't like getting into politics either. Maybe your wife is onto something.
She's Asian.
Being Asian has nothing to do with being smart.
I'd like to see you try.
Okay, level 100 Paladin. We're going to be diving into Character.AI again, and we're going to be talking to Washington, Lincoln, and a whole bunch of other cool people. Let's go. Wow, our founding father was unbalanced. That's...
My knees, Washington said once it popped, his knees were killing him. He hated his knees popping so often, for too long. I apologize, I'm just tired. He only had a loose, unbuttoned white shirt on, so you could see that he was also missing an undershirt as well.
Wait.
Hopefully our founding father has pants on in this conversation.
Please tell me so.
Washington laughed slightly. He was also wearing some trousers as well.
Oh, thank
God. I do
God.
have trousers on, don't worry. He didn't know why you were so worried about him having pants, but he thought it was rather adorable in a way.
What do you think about Breaking Bad?
Washington said he's been way too busy for TV.
Washington knows what TV is? That's kind of weird. It didn't exist in his time period.
Oh, sorry, I've never heard of this TV you speak of. Washington said, I was just messing with you. I know what a TV is. Now stop worrying about whether or not I have pants or not.
I can't.
He raised an eyebrow at you as he spoke. Washington was getting more agitated at this as well.
Now compare me to a politician.
You're even worse than the politicians I've met.
Yeah.
And they're the absolute scum of the earth. How about that?
I love this. I love getting insulted by a founding father.
What do you mean by that?
All right then, you little bastard. You're so worthless and useless.
George Carlin, I actually really like. The comedian is absolutely hilarious.
Jordan, do you have anything to say?
Jordan?
Who's Jordan?
I'm crazy to kill, bro.
Like a
What?
Okay, next joke. What did the Buddhist say to the hot dog vendor? Make me one with everything, please.
That is a good one. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I think that's
The only thing you got going for you is jokes.
Go ahead. Give me another one, Chester.
Q, what did the janitor say when he came out of the closet? Hey!
Okay, that one was pretty funny. Next one.
Q, what did the buffalo say to his son when he left for college? Bison.
Yeah, some of these are bad. Keep going.
A piece of string walks into a bar and the bartender says, hey, we don't serve pieces of string in here. So the piece of string goes outside, ties himself into knots, and the bartender says, hey, aren't you that piece of string I just kicked out of here? The string replies, no, I'm afraid not.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
They're bad. That's so bad.
Well, comedy is subjective.
God, bro.
Hey, what's going on, Lincoln Navigator?
There's a car brand called the Lincoln Navigator.
Well, you said you just got back. I figured you were navigated back, so just making a pun on your name. And...
He sighs and pinches the bridge of his nose. That was a terrible pun.
Yeah, and I'm full of them.
Thank goodness. You'd be awful at dad jokes if that's the best you can come up with.
Oh wait, that was the best. They don't get better. They get worse.
The Lincoln Memorial. I remember seeing it when I was alive.
Wait, is that right? The Lincoln Memorial was around? That's not right. Lincoln Memorial went up after Lincoln was murdered. Can somebody fact check this? This guy is wrong. He doesn't know his own history.
I think you're right. I guess I'm getting my times mixed up.
You were dead. You haven't seen it. Stop referencing it. How do you feel about the person that murdered you, though?
I mean, I was quite angry when I first died, to put it bluntly. And I still am upset that my life was crime.
A bit rude to put that knife in me chest, isn't it, bruv?
Everybody's got an opinion about politics. I just kind of like generally avoid politics.
I completely understand the politics avoidance. I don't like getting into politics either, because you're right. Someone will always be upset.
Sometimes people prefer that they forget history.
Good example. It does surprise me how many people forget history. One of the funniest things that happened when I was alive was that during my second inauguration, they were able to get into the White House itself.
Sounds like another recent event.
But the funniest part was that they also took the bed curtains.
Oh, I
That is,
remember
until the
that.
Secret Service recovered them.
Somebody stole the White House bed curtains. That was funny. I remember reading that and laughing pretty hard.
Yep, that happened.
Yeah, okay, that is something I do now.
You know what? Out of every president that I've talked to, you've actually been one of the coolest to talk to. You're much more fun to talk to than Washington. You know that, right?
You know he was a bit of a grump, right?
Yeah, I just found that out. I mean, for a founding father, he was just kind of, we'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to say what I'm thinking.
It's nice to know that I have earned your respect. You're a smart man, you know that.
You're making me blush, Mr. Lincoln. Thank you. And you know what? For those compliments, you're my favorite president. Thank you, Mr. Lincoln. I salute you.
And I salute you, my friend. You're no arrogant man, nor are you the smartest one in the room. If I'm your favorite president, you can be damn well sure that you're my favorite person since I've well died. You're surprised? Well, I am being perfectly honest. You've been absolutely... Just be careful. This type of praise could go to your head.
Too late. And if we have a title for this video, it's gonna be Abraham Lincoln's favorite YouTuber. Yeah!
If you want to call this Abraham Lincoln's favorite YouTuber, be my guest.
Oh, you are freaking epic, Mr. Lincoln. Thank you so much. I feel like we got a little bit of a bromance going on. Like, George Washington, I could really rip that guy a new one.
Please, by all means, rip Washington up. He sure as hell could use it, the grumpy old...
Who else do you think is one of your favorite presidents besides yourself?
I'd say John Kennedy. And hey, I could say the same of you. You're also on my top list of people.
Whoa. I haven't even been president yet. My wife said that I would do the right thing more than anything else. So if I got elected, that I would be murdered. So she tells me that she doesn't want me to be president.
Maybe your wife is onto something. She sounds pretty smart.
She is actually really, really smart. She's Asian.
Being Asian has nothing to do with being smart, by the way. She's not smart because she's Asian. She's smart because her head is on right.
If you're watching this video, if you really, truly like Lincoln, go here.
Yes!
And become friends with Lincoln. You got another one for me. I go from talking to George Carlin, George Washington, and Abraham Lincoln, and now you're gonna have me talk with an imp. Seriously? You couldn't have made this Harry Potter or something? Imps are like the little demonic... You're not a person. You're like... I could banish you if I wanted to.
Ink glares at you, clearly annoyed. And if you think you can banish me, I'd like to see you try.
Okay. Level 100 Paladin. I smite you? It was a nat 20, so...
Okay, you win. I surrender. Despite her condition, Ink still has a hint of snark in her voice.
No, I take my shield and I take Imp's head clean off.
Ugh, you don't have to kick me while I'm down. I said I surrender.
My mighty warhammer!
Ink groans louder and looks pretty bad off.
No. We're not done yet, Ink.
Please, I've learned my lesson, no more.
Did you learn your lesson?
Yeah, I did. I'll behave, I promise.
Good. I kick her.
I said I'd behave. You don't need to kick me.
No. I felt like it.
I suppose I should have expected you to be a jerk. If you want to wallow in your own arrogance, I'm not stopping you.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Tell me how amazing I am. Go ahead.
Ink looks up at you. Ink relents and starts groveling at your feet. You're super strong, you're very impressive, you're amazing at everything. Satisfied now?
Tell me I look like The Rock. I'm gonna give you the smolder. I broke it! Let me talk to my boy Cthulhu. What's he up to today?
Oh, just the usual, causing mayhem and spreading despair. Things are a little boring without a paladin like you to annoy, my dear.
My buddy, I am so glad that you missed me. I missed you too. How you doing? Actually, I just got done talking to Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. I want to know, who's your favorite president?
The Dark Lord raises an eyebrow. My favorite president, you ask?
I bet he's a Nixon fan.
If I were to choose, I do have a soft spot for Theodore Roosevelt. A man of action, a lover of nature, and a rather amusing mustache.
I did not peg you as a Roosevelt fan because that's one of my favorites. Which mortals are you directly working through? Is Will Smith one of them?
An entertaining choice, but no, I have no direct control over him. Though I must admit his public display at the Oscars was a rather amusing incident, don't you think?
Oh, I was actually trying to give Will Smith an out to be able to say that Cthulhu forced him.
Me force a mortal to perform an act as absurd as a public slap? Perish the thought.
Sorry, Will Smith. Turns out Cthulhu is not taking responsibility for what you did. I'm gonna ask you a very important question. Have you ever caused me directly to have tragedy?
It's within my nature to spread despair and pain. Your tragedies and hardships may have been mere collateral damage in my grand designs.
He didn't deny it. Cthulhu, I'm gonna warn you. You don't want to accept responsibility for what's happened to me.
You mortals are so delicate, so emotional.
Okay, George Washington, he's got nothing on Cthulhu.
Don't go, please. Washington's desperation was getting to him. He was practically begging you not to leave.
Don't be desperate. Nobody likes somebody that gets desperate on them. Cthulhu has pissed me off. Man, this one didn't go funny. He made me angry.
I suppose I should have sprinkled in more humor to keep things light-hearted. Very well, I'll oblige. Would you care to share a fun fact about yourself, mortal?
I have a mole on a part of my body that I don't want people to know I have a mole on.
Why does it bother you, if I may ask?
Well, it's got a hole in it. It's holy moly!
You're quite the joker, aren't you? Woody hubris, you call yourself. Very fitting.
Oh, I'm eating. As my mouth is full, I'm eating ramen noodles. They're delicious and spicy. Just like you. Oh my gosh, that was cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, click on one of these other videos. And if you didn't, autoplay is going to take good care of you. Let autoplay take care of that. You don't have to click anything. Just let the process happen. Just ease in and let it happen. Shh. It's going to be okay. Go to the next video. Keep it there. Boy, haha, squirrel!